Hi everyone, welcome to Morning Coffee Break. Today is Monday, July 5th. Hope everybody had a good 4th yesterday. They didn't have any fireworks. The city usually puts on fireworks right over the hill here, and they didn't have them, so I wouldn't imagine they'll have them today. But there was plenty of people in our neighborhood and all over shooting off fireworks till all hours of the morning. You can even hear them still on morning devotions, early morning devotions. When I did them, there was still a few going off out there. But anyway, currently it's 67 degrees. It feels good. High today's 85, a little higher than it was. No chance of rain, 90% humidity right now. It usually goes down as the day goes on a little bit. No winds. Air quality's 58, that's moderate. Hadn't rained in a few days, so usually goes up until it rains again. So, I don't know why my knee won't stop hurting and my left shoulder and the left side of my neck. I put some BioFreeze on it just a few minutes ago. That stuff's pretty good. It lasts for a while. It doesn't last, all day or anything. You have to put it on again if you want to help again. It does work pretty good though. I'll probably for about, I don't know, maybe 3 hours or something like that. It helps. So, got the grill still sitting out there because it had coals in it, we cooked out. I'll tell you about it after a bit. Everybody's looking a little perkier over here after they got that last rain. And believe it or not, there's a little eggplant. Look at this, y'all. It's so cute. Look. I can't believe anything over in the containers like this is going to do anything, but it's going to have a little eggplant, or it does. Look at this onion right here. You can see it trying to grow. I don't know if you can tell. See it? Right there, it's red. This is red onion. So, let me cover it up. They're not growing that great in this, but I thought I'd give them a chance. Joey wanted some. I don't think they're going to really do anything there, though. They won't be able to get big enough. And I was going to transplant some, but they never really took off, so. And some of these little peppers never have done anything. I don't know why, but you'd think they would. They're in good soil and stuff. And this tomato's really not doing much of anything either, but they look a little perkier today. Here, I love those little flowers on these potatoes. And this one's purple. Look at that, isn't that pretty? I've already dug through the potatoes. I got about maybe 10 or 12 potatoes. The biggest one being size of a golf ball maybe. So we're gonna pick green beans and have green beans and potatoes. Oh man, these are looking so good. I wish they'd start to ripen. I had, a few ripen there at first. And now everything's green. But some of them are really big. Got more blooms though. Plenty more blooms. But this is a nice one here.
I was looking out the window here, and look over here. There was a chipmunk with its holding on to the board here on the thing, and just sitting up and eating right here. You can see where he ate them, right here. Just munching down on it. It had about as much as this one, and you can see he's eating almost all of it. Sitting up on its hind legs, reaching up and eating it just like spaghetti or something. Like you, like if you sucked a piece of spaghetti up, you know, is what it looked like the way it was doing it. And I don't know how big to let these get, these Neapolitan. It's not changed colors, but this one's really big right here. And there's another, that other one right there too. There's quite a few of them back in here, look. There's some on that. I'm gonna have to look through my seeds and see when they're supposed to be harvested. But there's other ones on here too. They're just not that big yet. You can see quite a few over here. There's one right there. No, there's tons of tomatoes. They're just green. And these beans, yeah, there should be enough for at least one meal. Those look like half runners there. They're awful big. And then I got the big flat ones. There's gonna be plenty more though. There'll be more grow. I'll tell you what, the tomatoes I grew from seed have done so much better. This one keeps pulling this cage down. I don't know why. I push it back in and it pulls it over. I think some of these are getting ready to just turn black. They're black, Japanese black. These onions are doing good. Something's knocked this one over. Come on. There's more snow peas. You can see down here, look at these, see those big flat beans down there? They're really big and wide. You can see more of them. Through here, let's see. Like, see how nice and wide? See, those are ready. I mean, there's quite a few beans if you look all over. Still waiting on this one huge tomato to even attempt to start looking. That's huge. Keep an eye on it every day. I'm waiting for it to turn. Some of these over here are getting awful big too. I don't know if the bees have been able to find their place up here. I just couldn't let it sit down there and get hit by rain all the time, so surely they'll find it sooner or later. I saw a couple big ones here. Look at this. This is one. It feels like it's about 4 tomatoes fused together. Let's see if I can get it in the picture. And they're all through here. Just can't wait to get some more ripe. That needs to move back a little. So, looks like we're going to be having some green beans and potatoes. I think there was a big one here. I got one yesterday. I think I might have got it from here. There's some in here. Oh, you can't see them good. It's really thick, which is good. You can see how, I mean, they're just so perky this morning and just growing, you know, and plenty of flowers. I can't keep up with it, but I notice when there are any bees around, they'll come over here and spend quite a bit of time. You can see in there. It's a different one. The Japanese ones are outperforming. I had two other varieties in here. And here's a nice one. Look at this. I'll have to get this one. I have to get that one. Pretty big. Look at that, y'all. These things have little prickly things on them. Stickers will get you. Eggplants are doing good. That sounds like a darn chicken. I didn't know anybody had any chickens. I might take the two when I take two more out of these to where there's just one. I might transplant the two I take out in where the potatoes were, in those bags. Give them a chance. They might grow in those bags. I filled these feeders last night. They've already eaten a bunch of it this morning. Sounds like somebody has chickens up there. Some of these have come to after they got knocked over. This one here's on the ground now still, pretty much. That thing's about bloomed out. You know, I've never heard that chicken. Before. Oh, maybe they just got a chicken. Hey, there's a bee. Put this cucumber over here. We'll have a cucumber for tonight too. It's a nice one too. I mean, you don't want them to get monster size, you know. Put that there. I'll put it right there. Yeah, you don't want them to get, you know, really huge. That's about the biggest around I've picked one so far. I've been trying to get them about that long, but not quite as big around. But so far they hadn't really had any seeds in them. Must be a seedless variety, or either they get the seeds when they get even bigger. So it's mostly going to be a meal from the garden tonight. We do have some store-bought tomatoes we need to finish off because I don't have any, I don't have any ripe. We're going to have to mow in the next few days before it gets too tall. Well, something cut this off right here. I guess there's nothing I can do for it. So those doves. I'm surprised they're not down at the feeders. There'll be rabbits, chipmunks, squirrels, 4 or 5 different kinds of birds out there at once, especially of the evening. They're not there, they're in the heat of the day, there's not that many of them there. But when it starts getting shaded back here of the evening, there's a bunch of them. Yep. They don't seem to be worried about me. No, I mean, they'll fly off if I get too close. But I'll be over there working in the garden and there'll be just tons of birds and stuff over there. The rabbits, I'd have to about grab a rabbit to get it to run off. I mean, that's how close I get to them. They're obviously not afraid of me. I guess they know I'm the one that's filling those feeders. It's the only thing I can figure. Because normally they would, take off if anybody got anywhere near them. They let me get real near. Okay. That's about enough for now. Not much blooming. I mean, most of them has had their day already, but this has had a resurgence here. These have. Because there was no blooms on them, a while back. So that's good. I hope most of those will come back on their own next year, but, well, like I said, I may be spraying that to kill that bush and then redoing it next year. Put some soil in there and things. A little airplane. There's the dove that's making all the noise. I'm convinced that this little airport, we got one that's it's a pretty big airport. It handles all the jets and things like that, but then we got a little airport for planes like that. And I feel like they're doing lessons, teaching people, because they'll fly in this direction almost every day and come back. It's not that far away from here, maybe 25 minutes away to the airport, to the little one. The other one's really not that much further either, the big one. I like to watch airplanes taking off and landing and stuff. Okay. It is stuffy though with humidity. Okay. Let's see here. Get organized here. Okay. The thumbnail, I grilled the we got that teriyaki chicken from Aldi. I had grilled chicken on the grill here, and I grilled the zucchini from the garden, and we bought a red pepper and I grilled it. We had mac and cheese, Hormel mac and cheese, it was good, and cucumbers from the garden, and the tomatoes store-bought. Till we get some out here. We'll have plenty of them, but I just hope they don't all, ripen at the same time. It's the only thing. What's for dinner tonight? Ham. We're going to use that little canned ham from Aldi. We're going to have the beans from the garden, potatoes from out here, cucumbers from the garden, and a tomato that's store-bought. So the ham and tomato is the only thing that won't come from the garden tonight. So today's question is, do you ever fix fresh green beans? You can get them at the store fresh, and in the summer they're usually pretty cheap sometimes, so they're really good. We're going to put some country ham in there with it to season it. I'm going to work on a kitty's corner today. I hadn't done one in a while. And we got Let's Get Trivial with Kim, everybody. So let me get ready to do that, and then we'll have today's tidbits. Let me get this thing going. Maybe I can make it in less than 30 minutes today. Okay. Where's she at? Okay, here we go, everybody. Let me make sure it's turned up, which it wasn't. Okay, here we go.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Fun Facts About the Bible. Today I'm going to read 40 carrots and other stuff. The flood, of course, water flooded the earth for 40 days. Moses was on Mount Sinai for 40 days receiving instructions from God. For some reason, it took 40 days to embalm a person back when Jacob was alive, or actually when Jacob was dead. The Israelites ate man for 40 years until they finally settled in Canaan. The representatives of each Israelite tribe explored Canaan for 40 days before returning with their report to Moses. And that's all for today. These are kind of long, so I didn't want to get cut off. I hope everyone had a safe 4th of July. Bye. A word wrong. It's called manna, not man. So that's what they ate, manna.
All right, Kim, thanks so much. We all appreciate your segment on here. It's very interesting, and everybody let Kim know how much you appreciate her Let's Get Trivial with Kim segment. And check out Kim Loves Arty. That's KIMLVSARTY. That's her channel. She's been doing some great videos, and she's just really good at crocheting, so check it out. All right, everybody. We got today's tidbits now. Get ready. Are there rivers in air? Atmospheric rivers are the largest freshwater transport mechanisms in the form of water vapor. They are long, narrow regions in the atmosphere which carry water vapor roughly equivalent to the water in the Mississippi River's mouth. When they make landfall, they release this water vapor as rain or snow. Wow, that's interesting. Black holes may host massive tsunami-like structures. In a NASA-funded study, astrophysicists used computer simulations to show that deep in space, tsunami-like structures can form on a massive scale. They are formed from gas escaping the gravitational pull of a supermassive black hole. In fact, the environment of supermassive black holes may host the largest tsunami-like structures in the universe. Wow. How was Niagara Falls formed? I've been there. It's awesome. Glacial activity and erosion formed Niagara Falls, a magnificent natural wonder located at the southern end of Niagara Gorge, between Ontario in Canada and New York in the U.S. Water from Niagara River flows over the Niagara Escarpment's edge to create 3 separate falls: American Falls, Canadian Horseshoe Falls, and Bridal Veil Falls. American Falls, Canadian Horseshoe Falls, and Bridal Veil Falls. American Falls, Canadian Horseshoe Falls, and Bridal Veil Falls. American Falls, Canadian Horseshoe Falls, and Bridal Veil Falls. American Falls, Canadian Horseshoe Falls, and Bridal Veil Falls. American Falls, Canadian Horseshoe Falls, and Bridal Veil Falls. American Falls, Canadian Horseshoe Falls, and Bridal Veil Falls. American Falls, Canadian Horseshoe Falls, and Bridal Veil Falls. American Falls, Canadian Horseshoe Falls, and Bridal Veil Falls. American Falls, Canadian Horseshoe Falls, and Bridal Veil Falls. American Falls, Canadian Horseshoe Falls, and Bridal Veil Falls. American Falls, Canadian Horseshoe Falls, and Bridal Ve How fast does the Earth spin? The Earth spins on its axis every 23 hours, 56 minutes, and 4 seconds at a speed of 1,037 miles per hour. Meanwhile, the Earth orbits the Sun at about 67,000 miles speed. Also, by studying other stars' movements, scientists have determined that the solar system orbits the Milky Way's galactic center at about 447,000 miles per hour. Whew, I'm getting dizzy. Soundscapes used to analyze wildlife in Borneo. University of Wisconsin-Madison researchers use soundscapes, virtual environment created using sound, to find how selective logging of trees affects wildlife in a tropical forest in Borneo Island. Initially, the soundscape was empty but became busier as animals returned. This method will help track how human activities affect biodiversity. Avoid taking showers if you hear this. Taking frequent showers is essential during hot summer days. However, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention advises skipping showers during a thunderstorm as lightning can travel through a building's plumbing. The reason is that the free ions within the water may conduct electricity and cause electric shock. The mysterious fairy circles in Namibia. Fairy circles are unexplained bald patches that grow and recede over time in Africa's Namibia. The small circular patches of bare ground form in the otherwise thick grass or fields of the region where humans often don't set foot. Their mysterious origin has led them to be called fairy circles. Okay. Major solar flare hits Earth's atmosphere. The strongest solar flare seen in 4 years erupted from the sun on Saturday. The blast of X-rays traveled towards Earth and collided with the top of our atmosphere in 8 minutes. It is likely to bring coronal mass ejection that can damage electrical systems when they reach Earth. Firefighters battle nearly 3 destructive fires in California. Currently, 3 massive fires are burning in Northern California near Mount Shasta. Fire officials claim that the hot weather and parched brush make ideal conditions for these kind of disasters. 95 Oregonians killed by Pacific Northwest heat wave. At least 95 people have died in Oregon due to the Pacific Northwest heat wave. It set new records in Portland and Seattle, with temperatures reading 116 and 108 respectively. The government officials issued heat warnings, distributed water to the most vulnerable, and established cooling stations to combat the heat. And that's it for today's Tidbits, and that's going to be it for this morning's coffee break. Please press that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so that you get all my videos as soon as they come out. Everybody have a great day, and I will see you later on. God bless.